Our chronological Bible reading for August 19th is 2 Kings chapters 24 and 25 and 2 Chronicles chapter 36. We've come to the end of the nation of Judea. In today's readings, we see an acceleration of turnovers. We have two different kings who are only on the throne for 3 months each. We see the king of Egypt appointing a king, and then the king of Babylon coming in, taking over and appointing a king. The people of God have all been exiled at this point. There's no one left in Judea except for a few people of the land, some of the poorest of the poor who are left to maintain some semblance of activity so that the land isn't completely lost to wildlife and marauders. Nebuchadnezzar's men come in and they burn the city. They tear down the city wall around Jerusalem. They set the nicest homes in the city on fire, and they completely ransack anything of value, taking it all away. The temple itself is burned down, and everything that was remotely valuable, these artifacts that Solomon had created 500 years before, are all stripped away. There's just nothing left of Jerusalem. We know the nation of Egypt represents slavery to the world. It's where the Israelites were enslaved for almost 400 years. And we know Babylon means confusion. And so the people of God who were once free and had been a sovereign nation unto Yahweh for almost 500 years have been on a steady decline since Solomon's death. After Solomon, they were split into two. The northern kingdom was called Israel and devolved into Samaria before it ceased to exist. And now Judah, the southern kingdom, has fallen as well. The year is 586 BC, and the people of God have gone from being enslaved, being oppressed by Egypt, slavery, again representing slavery to this world system, and now they've been handed over to confusion. But we must remember that even in the state of this confusion, while the vast majority were lost completely and didn't know which way is up, there was a remnant. There were people like Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, the prophet Ezra, and Nehemiah who were to come. There was a remnant of the people of God who never lost relationship with God, and the promises of God to those people who remained faithful remained in effect, and they were blessed even in that foreign land. As Nebuchadnezzar raided the temple and took off everything to fill his own treasuries, this has continued ever since then for the last 2,500 years. While the nation of Babylon itself eventually fell to Rome, there's a spiritual state of confusion that still is in effect today, and it's manifested itself in different ways. Through the Roman Empire, it continues to exist, and it's been demonstrating its influence and control through the world's financial systems, educational systems, different world governments, and even institutionalized religion. But as John prophesied in Revelation, and many of the Old Testament authors did as well, Babylon will fall, and we are actually getting to watch that right now in 2025. The institutional corruption in the world system, the university system, the mainstream news, the financial services district, healthcare, universities, and the major world religions. Babylon has remained in control and is continuing to exhibit its power, but its power is actually crumbling. More and more people are waking up to the truth of what's been taking place for the last hundreds and even thousands of years. We're witnessing a power shift right now from the institution back to the people, and it is glorious to watch. It's also painful. We're approaching the great and terrible day of the Lord. It's great for those who are ready, for those who are yearning for that day and praying for the Lord to return, but it's also terrible for those who have been blinded to the truth, who don't understand what's taking place, those who have been indoctrinated. But we as the people of God will continue praying for the truth to be revealed and for those we love to be set free, for them to receive the illumination that God has given us about all of the world corruption, about how Babylon exists today, and we also will continue to extricate ourselves from those world systems, depending upon freedom in Christ and sharing the truth as much as we can to any who are willing to listen, because it certainly is the truth that will set us free. The very last paragraph in Chronicles is a fast forward of 70 years, and it provides hope for those who are looking forward to the future, for those who want to see God's perspective and what things are going to be taking place. If we only look at today, it's very easy to lose hope, but if we're reminded to look forward to see what God is going to do, when we take God's perspective, we're not going to be disappointed by the losses of one day, because we'll see the greater picture of what it is he's doing. The chronicler also states that the land was able to lay fallow for 70 years. Back in the Mosaic Law, in chapter 25 of Leviticus, the people were commanded to let the land have a Sabbath every 7th year, to lay fallow, to heal itself from 6 days of working. So this 70-year Sabbath rest for the land of Israel made up for 490 years of being worked without getting the rest God had ordained for it. God will always have his way, and God will always get the glory. We as the people of God get to partner with him in that. We enjoy it with him when we are walking in obedience, faithfully trusting him to provide. May God bless you today as you seek him, as you meditate on his word day and night. May he reveal himself to you. May you find encouragement, strength, and peace as you trust in his word and trust in his plan, and as his kingdom advances in your own life for his glory. See you tomorrow.